Hey, good morning, everybody. It's May 1st, 2021. Happy May Day. I'm going to do a little bit of a garden walkthrough today, show you what I got growing on here. And let's see what survived. Last night it got a little windy, actually very windy, and a little cool. It was down in the low 40s. So hopefully my eggplants and tomatoes and peppers survived. I think they did. Anyway, start off with the grapevine, which I have growing in a container. I'm not sure what size container. I think it's big enough, but if I have to transplant it, I will. But I think it's doing pretty good. Got a lot of growth that started this year. And what I did with my son, we put up two 7-foot T-posts into the ground, and then I ran some coated galvanized wire. So I got 2 rows of it. So one's here for the top, and this vine I'm going to try to train going across, and then another one down here. I'll get that vine to go across that way. And this way, I had it going across that bamboo trellis that I built, but I don't think the grapes, if they really start growing like I hope they will, I don't think that bamboo will hold it. So we'll do that, and then if it does grow really good, I can always put another T-post in the middle and extend the wire out. So there's a little rock garden. I have some thyme and oregano and lavender growing. And this is the Wildflower Hedgerow, I call it. All the different flowers. We get the periwinkle. That when I first moved in, it was like a weed, but now I kind of like it. And I don't know what else is growing. There might be weeds. There may be flowers. We had some... I put in some perennial seeds last year and some annuals, so we'll see what grows. I put a sweet potato slips in this container, and kind of droopy, so cold weather might have killed that off. Some arugula that I sowed in there. These are some of the scallions from last year that are starting to flower, so I'm going to let those flower, and then I'll pull them out and plant something else, possibly an eggplant or a pepper. I direct sowed some baby Bubba okra here, and it came up, but again, it's kind of cold, so I may have to redo that. This bed's got the Chinese garlic chives, which are like weeds. They just come up every year. And I thought I put arugula here, but it turns out I sowed radish. So anyway, those are doing okay. Cilantro is starting to get a lot of leaves on it, so that's good. We'll start picking that soon. Here's my fig. There's a rosemary that I have to put somewhere in the ground. And here's my fig, starting to get some growth on it. And we'll see, maybe we'll get a fig this year. I think that might be one right there, but anyway. Yeah, so there's the Aggi Dolce that I had overwintered in the house. Left it outside, and looks like it's not doing too good. So maybe I'll move it into the sun. And these are the other peppers that I planted. These ones I transplanted from inside. They seem like they're okay, so hopefully that wind and cold weather wasn't a killer for it. There's a Jimmy Nardello with a flower, so hopefully that guy does all right. Here's my burdock root or gobo box, and I planted three seedlings in there, so they're staying alive. They're not growing much, but I think I might have probably should have filled it up a little higher so it gets sun. Filled it up to this level, but anyway. And there's some more peppers in the grow bags, and then this is the bed that I just built for the sweet potatoes, which again, hopefully they survive. I also stuck a red potato in here that I had in the house that started sprouting, and you can see it right here. Let's see if I can make that a little clearer here. It's starting to come out. And then I had, again, like everybody else, we start all our seedlings, and I have too many of them, and I just really, they're like my kids, so I can't get rid of them. So I just find a place to put them. So I got some tomatoes back there along that line. I think there's some currant tomatoes, some black beauties, some black from Tula. These ones I don't know what they are. I didn't label them. Let's see, what else do I got? Unknown. Yeah. I saved some seeds last year, and you know, like the black beauty and the cherub. But some of them I don't know what I saved. So who knows? We'll see what happens. And the butternut squash and cuckoos are over here. Nothing's coming up yet, but we'll see how that goes. And let's see. The main garden is doing really nice. These are leeks from last year. I left them in the ground. I don't know what's going to happen. I guess they'll probably go to flower and seed, but maybe we'll be able to harvest some leek. Here's my tomato bed. And they look okay. You know, some of them got a little bleached from the sun because I didn't really harden them off long enough in the sun. And then we had like an 80-degree day, and I think it was too much. I probably should have put some shade cloth over it. I also put some basil in here. They got a little bleached too. And then I sowed lettuce in between. I picked a few outer leaves yesterday. We had a nice salad. And on the other side are the eggplants, which are doing okay. They're still there. So we got the tomatoes, we got the basil, we got the lettuce, we got the eggplants. And I may start a row of lettuce on the other side where the eggplants are. Or maybe carrots. And I got some onions over here. These are the Weathersfield Red. And then I had some extra cabbage, so I just stuck those in the bed here. There's a bok choy. It's a red acre. Another bok choy. Another red acre. And another bok choy. And we got the garlic all along that side of the fence. And I sowed some alderman peas that I bought last year. And there's a nice one there. The other ones are a little scrawny. And some of them didn't come up at all. So we got a lot of garlic, some more oregano. And then behind the garlic on this side, I sowed some beans. So we'll see, this is a top-notch golden bean, Kentucky Wonder, yard-long beans, and red noodle beans. And I stuck a Yod Fa in there. And as you're walking through your garden, it's always a good idea to pick out a little bit of weeds. As they're starting to grow, they're easy to pull out. So let's go over here. It's a nice thing about the 30-inch beds is that you can just walk right across them. Here's the first fava beans that I sowed that kind of fell down, but I forgot what it's called when Charles Dowding mentioned it once, when they sprout out another main shoot. So they're doing pretty good. I also sowed some directly here, and they're doing really good. They're almost the same size as the original ones. Some more garlic chives, and then some more orphans. These are more of the peppers that I had extras of, so I just kind of stuck them in amongst the kale. This is the Jagalo Nero, or Jagayo Nero. Not sure how you pronounce that, but I got it from Baker Creek. And then got some chicory, Puntanel variety. So this is going to be really interesting. And some radicchio over here. See them coming up. Some more peppers, some lacinato kale. That's the dinosaur variety. And then, yeah. So the next bed's got beets. Doing really nice. These are the Chioggia or Chioggia beets, and also a row of Ruby Queen. And then some more kale in the middle. And this is the row of, what do we got? We got the Scarlet Globe radish and the French breakfast. And, oops. Sorry, I'm not going to edit that out. There's a nice French breakfast radish there. Some more fava beans. These were the original ones. This is a praying mantis nest that I found on the side of my house. So I clipped off the branch, placed it here, and we'll see if they hatch in the garden, and hopefully they stay here this year. Some more favas that I direct sowed. This is Daikon Radish. Yeah, I don't know when you know it's ready, but I'll have to look that up. These are the Mokum carrots. They're doing really nice. And then here's a shishito and a Japanese pimon pepper that I purchased from Suzuki. This, I don't remember what it is. It looks like pak choy, but it's not. It might be the Chiji Misai, but I'm not sure. Again, I didn't label everything. Remember to label stuff. So more peppers, Anaheims, Shishitos, Corno di Toro, another Pimon, and then here's a green skin bitter melon that I'm going to try to trellis up this. And I have one on the other side. Well, actually I don't have one on the other side. I have a cucumber on the other side. But I also have the Ganju bitter melon that I'm going to wait because bitter melons definitely need hot temperature to grow in. So this is just an experiment with this guy. And the other ones I'll plant out maybe in a couple of weeks when I know it's going to be hot. And here's my onions that are really doing nice. They're starting to get more leaves, which is great. Because with onions, the more leaves you have, the bigger the onion's going to be. So, and then we have some more carrots. These are the Long Rouge Sang. I think I pronounced that correct. There's another Corno di Toro pepper. Some more kale, I believe. And then the escarole is doing nice. I'm going to make some scroll and beans. And that's ready. And these are the Parisian carrots. Sowed in between some onions. And yeah, that whole bed is the same thing, all the way down. And then near the end, there's some more onions on both sides of the bed, where those carrots are from last year. Now this bed is very interesting. I sowed spinach, which is, it's growing, but you can see it's starting a little flower over there. So it's already starting to bolt, and it hasn't gotten big at all. So perhaps these are microgreen spinach. I don't know. Some more garlic. My blueberry. One of my blueberries. So we have some flowers. Hopefully we get some blueberries. Not a lot from there. And what do we have here? Well, this is the pai tsai, Chinese cabbage. Some more peppers in between the spinach. Some more kale. That's the Chiji Misai that I direct sowed. So we'll see when that grows. I'll see if it looks like the other one over there. Some pink Mizuna, which doesn't look very pink, but it's actually starting to form the frilly leaves, so that's nice. Pick out these weeds. Some more kale. This side of the bed I didn't plant anything yet. Now over here I planted my soybeans. So over here I have a Chiba soybean which hasn't germinated at all yet. This is the Tankuro, which started to germinate. So we got some nice ones here. And then we have the Toya soybean, which hasn't germinated either. So we'll see what goes on with that. Maybe some of them take a little longer to germinate. Again, once the weather gets a little warmer, the soybeans should start popping. So we'll see how that goes. Back there are peas. These guys, I don't know what they are, but they drop seeds all over the place. I was picking them out everywhere. So I figured I'll let a couple of them stay. They may be a perennial flower. I don't know, but I'm going to leave them for now. I could always pull them out. So I've got peas all along the back. And then an extra tomato. I think that's a San Marzano. And then these are the beans that I transplanted 2 weeks ago. And some of them are okay, some of them are not so good. But I direct sowed some more beans down here. So those should come up and we should be okay. And some more beans. And some more beans. And an extra cabbage. And then I got some cucumbers over here. So that's it on this side of the garden. Let's go back over here. There's the grapevine. Okay, and then we put a couple of beans here, bean plants. And I also direct sowed a few seeds just in case. Strawberries are doing really nice. We got a lot of flowers, but no strawberries here yet. Haven't had any luck with strawberries. Also, I planted some dragon tongue bean every like 4 to 6 inches across here. So hopefully those will come up and we'll get some beans over there. Yeah, some more blueberry plants that are not doing too hot. And then there's another bed back here that I created. And I put some American flag leeks here. And some Dulcina and Flagrano beans. These are bush beans. Some more garlic. And more garlic. And more strawberries. So, yeah. See how that goes. Now let me take you to the back garden. Oh, let me show you this. So I planted, you know, I have flower boxes on my shed, so I planted some nice flowers here. I stuck a couple of the rosemaries that I was growing from seed back here, and they're surviving, so we should be okay. And these are a couple of strawberry plants. This is one that I bought, an ever-bearing strawberry, because I figured let me try to buy one and see if that works better than the ones I have in my garden. And we actually have a strawberry here, kind of weird looking shape, but we'll see if we get it before the birds do. And this, I think it's a strawberry. Yeah, it's a strawberry. This was growing, I think, in the rosemary also. The rosemary was interesting. A tomato germinated from that package, and so did this guy. So I'm going to write to Baker's Creek, because I bought the rosemary seeds from them, and, you know, I'm not unhappy. I'm actually happy because I got 2 plants that I didn't know I was going to get, but that's very interesting how a strawberry and a tomato got in with the rosemary. I mean, I guess they're in the same alphabet, you know, QRST. So they probably were next to each other, and somehow a seed blew over from one to the other. I planted some hot peppers, these Korean hot peppers in here. These are pepper plants that I bought from a Korean grocery store last year or 2 years ago. Last year, I think. And I saved the seeds, so we'll see how that works out. Here's my blueberry, I forget what they call this one. It's like a miniature blueberry plant, and it's got mini blueberries on it, so they're very small. A lot of flowers. Never got a blueberry off it. I bought it last year. So this garden bed here, I have the more garlic, and then I have some raspberry, bare root raspberries that I bought online. And we got one that's really nice, and then the other ones are starting to sprout. Some more shallots back here. This is the Mary Washington asparagus. I have one here, I have another one on the back, and I have some more back there. So yeah, we'll let that grow this year, and maybe next year we can harvest. So some more beets. These are the what are these? Detroit dark red beets. So I multi-sowed those. They're doing fine. This is the Waltham 29 broccoli. I thinned it out so that hopefully we can get a nice harvest of broccoli. And then the broccoli rabe is starting to do nicely. Got some true leaves here. So yeah, this is doing nice. Then we come over to the okra bed. I have the heavy hitter, the long pod Perkins, red burgundy, Clemson spineless, and Okinawa pink. So we have an Okinawa pink right here. And another one back there. I think I sowed about 8 or 10 in each row. So, you know, if 2 or 3 come up in each row, that'll be good, because 8 or 10 is a little too much for this bed in a row anyway. The Clemson Spineless, don't see anything yet. Red Burgundy, we have 1, 2. The long pod Perkins, I got a couple here. There's one back there. And the heavy hitter is right over here. We got one. There's another one popping up in the back. Some more tomatoes in the back. Some more asparagus. Cucumbers all along the back row. Got some that I purchased and some that I direct sowed. And the direct sowed ones are doing nicely. These are probably coming up in the right time space because it's still a little too cool for cucumbers, but since they germinated, they should be fine. So we have more shallots. Well, actually, these are the only shallots that I have here, and they're doing very nice. Look at this. This is a really pretty one. And then I interplanted with the cabbage. I harvested some pak choy the other day. It was really delicious. I sauteed it with some garlic, a little oil, and some oyster sauce. It was really good. So the cabbages are doing nice, and I interplanted those with some extra peppers that I had, and some dill, and should be basil. Doesn't look like a basil leaf, but it is supposed to be basil. Some more cabbages, more shallots. Shallots are really doing nice. More cabbage, more cucumbers back there. That's the China Jade. And then another asparagus. This bed I put a few extra fava beans in, and we actually see we have some flowers on this one sown among the corn, which is doing really nice. So this I direct sowed probably 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago at the most. And what is that? That's an ambrosia corn back there, and the gold bantam corn. So I sowed a lot of them here. There's probably 20 corn plants here. So I may have to thin those out. I don't know. Last year I didn't have enough. This year I might have too much, but we'll see how it goes. And then these are the Tokyo long bunching onions and the red beard that overwintered and will hopefully open up soon, and we'll get the beautiful flowers, and then we can harvest the seeds. Actually, there's one that's opening now. You can see that. Yeah, that is cool. I never did this before. Anyway, that's my garden, and I'm sticking to it. So everybody, hope you have a great May. Hope the weather's warming up for you. I know it's been a tough spring. In Canada, we had a lot of frost. In the Northeast, we had a lot of frost. I see my buddy Charles Dowding over there in England. He's got a lot of frost still. So hopefully we get a good summer and a long fall so we can get some good harvest. So that's it. See you guys on the next one. Have a great day.